You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, Dingbat here, and welcome to day 4 of training camp. That's right, day 4. Day 3 was a walkthrough. So today the Eagles are back, and it's Veteran Appreciation Day in Philly. No doubt about it. Where's this? There we go. They're the guys coming out for practice with the vets. Earlier today, what is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Nicholas, what's up? Mike, what's up? Billy, what's up? Ramal, Clark, Light Brighter, Tortyville, what's going on? Thank you guys for being here. King Diego, Barbie, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys and everybody that's here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go right to the injury report. And let's take a look at what we got here at this mother humper. I wish I could blow this up more, but I can't. All right, Zach Berman says, 726 will not practice. Jalen Carter, shoulder, is not practicing again. Then you have Jihaad Campbell, shoulder is limited. Kenyon Green is limited. So Kenyon Green is back, and then Cam Jurgens back is still not practicing. What is going on, everybody? Yo, Phil, are you concerned about the promoted offensive coordinator who had no real experience in real time? You see what happened last time both court? No, I'm not. And here's why. Because I think we all know what the Eagles are going to do. I think you know what their bread and butter is. The bread and butter is we're going to run the ball. We're going to wear you down. Everybody knows what we're going to do, but we're going to do it anyways. And I don't think you need like a super sophisticated offensive coordinator for that. You know what I'm saying? So here are all the limited practice. All right, and here we go. It was Barkley working. They just had the Eagles on NFL Network, by the way. So Barkley and Brown doing drills. Sean, what's going on? When's the first preseason game? A week from Thursday? Yeah, I think next Thursday is the Hall of Fame game, I believe. I think it's, who is it? The Chargers? It's going to stink. I won't stream it or anything. Everybody always asks, will you stream the Hall of Fame game? No, it's not even worth it. It's just not worth it at all. Here's Hurts running drills. They look real good, yes. You see Dak's dumb ass hopping. Oh, you mean this? This stupid hopping? Look at this moron! Look at this moron! Moron! He's riding a horse. You stink. Dallas is cooked. They've literally started riding horses. They're done. They're done. Now we get back to the great team, right? All right, here's some more drills. Hurts. Do you believe he's riding a horse? I got to get a broomstick now. I think teams are going to try to follow Casey's model, though it didn't work. They will load the box, try to limit Barkley. Hurts will have a big year this year, probably top 5 MVP voting. I think you're exactly right. You're going to see teams say, we're gonna sell out to Barkley. Now I'll say this: I think that you had a lot of teams trying to do that at the end of the year. It doesn't matter. It didn't seem to matter. When you look at teams like the Rams, they load up the box. What happens? He gets past that second level, he's gone. That's why he has so many big 50-plus yard runs, because they're all up at the line. I don't think most teams have the personnel. I don't think, maybe Kansas City, but I don't think much teams have the personnel to deal with Barkley and that run game. Even if they know what you're going to do, even if they they want to do something specific, I don't think they can do it, man. What's going on, Salah? How are you? Did you enter your name in a raffle for a Super Bowl ring? No, I didn't. I didn't even know I could. Pin, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it. Does A.J. Dillon's neck concern you? Do we need a running back? It does concern me. It does concern me. We'll see how preseason goes and training camp goes. If he looks like he's holding up well at training camp and in preseason, then I'm good with him. But if not, I do think a running back is something you have to kind of consider. There you go. It was a DB's drill. And the pass attack is a big improvement too. It will be, yeah. Dubs fam, what's going on? How are you? Eagles, what's going on? Bring in Simmons. We'll see. I mean, to me, at this point, if they bring in Justin Simmons, then all they're saying is because we don't feel comfortable with the safeties we have right now. I don't want to see that. KP said Dillon looks good, but no pads yet. Yeah, we got to wait. You're not going to know until Dillon gets out there and gets hit. Not even in practice. Like, I need to see him in preseason games. Let's see how he holds up. But I do agree, though, if he gets hurt, you're going to need another running back, because I think you need at least 3 running backs. And they said Fletcher Cox was at practice today. I saw this video earlier of him. I'll share with you guys this. There's Fletcher Cox at practice. Are we having a shakedown tonight? I have to talk to Joey. With practice today, and then I got a bunch of other videos to do. I would actually like to do it tomorrow. So I'm going to see if we can do it tomorrow, because Eagles are off tomorrow. There's nothing going on. So that would be the perfect time. So as of right now, I don't know. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Eagles still warming up, as far as I know. So Sidney Brown. So here it's interesting. Let me share this. It says Eagles DBs are working on a drill. Sidney Brown is with the second group. See, I don't think that what we've seen the first few days has bode well for Sidney Brown. It looks like to me that Makuba is way closer to starting than Sidney Brown is, just by the way how fast they've wanted to put him in there. I think one of our undrafted free agent running backs will step up, either Johnson. It could. I mean, it totally could. Those are one of the things that you don't know. You know, things like running backs, you know, it's very hard to gauge. Even defensive line, you know, it's hard to gauge all that when you're not hitting, you know. So once we get the pads on, we see them hitting, they go to training, they go to preseason, we'll get a lot better idea. So if Micah were available to trade, would you give up Nolan Smith and a second-round pick for him, in addition to having signed 30? No. No shot. I have no interest in trading Nolan Smith. I think Nolan Smith is going to be a 13 to 15 sack guy almost every year. I'm not moving Nolan Smith. I have no desire. No desire at all to move him. Not at all. He's in the second group. I mean, he was in the first day, he was with the first group. By the end of practice, Makuba started coming in. Then the last practice, Makuba kind of was getting all the first team stuff. And now he's working early with the second group again. Yesterday was a walkthrough. Hard to tell what they do there. Now, I wouldn't trade for Micah Parsons at all. Crawley, what's going on? Everyone hit that like. I'll tell you one thing. I will not ever sign a guy that does this. All right, you're doing this. I'm sorry. Goofy ass Cowboys riding a horse. What are they doing? Dude, if you listen to Schottenheimer, they think they're the Eagles. They're trying to be like the Eagles. We're trying to increase the competitiveness. We're competitive. We're going to play basketball. We're going to go bowling. We're going to do all these things. You're trying to be the Eagles, you goofy-ass mother humpers. Look at that. He's riding a horse. They're stupid. What a stupid team. And, but by the way, did you guys see Mark Holmes crying? I mean, he did like 3 videos on Dak Prescott yesterday. Like, oh, my God, it's so disgusting. It is disgusting. Terrence Marshall has showed first day of practice he looked really good. Didn't hear about him anything on whatchamacallit. On the second day. I'm looking to see any updates yet. I wonder when Carter's going to start practicing again. I'm having fun. Laugh a lot, but your owner is talking bad on you goofing around. Make it make sense. 500. I can't get it. It's interesting because I listened to the Cowboys press conference, and it's funny. You listen to the Eagles press conference and you listen to the Cowboys press conference. Cowboys tell you all the things they're doing good. Oh, we're doing this good, and we're doing this great, and we're doing this now, and this and that. You talk to the Eagles, and it's like we're not thinking about yesterday. We're not thinking about last year. We got to get better. We've got to get better right now. Totally, completely, and utterly 2 different mentalities. And that's why one wins and one loses, in my opinion. Say every year the only thing that matters is no injuries. Of course, yeah. Carter had shoulder surgery or something. I don't think he had surgery. I don't think he had surgery. The only guy I know that had shoulder surgery was Campbell. Campbell had shoulder surgery. Cam Jurgens had back surgery. I'm not sure what's going on with his shoulder. Phil, what position would you like to add to this team, and who in particular? Specifically, I don't have any one player. I'm like, oh, we need to grab that guy. There's a couple positions that I'm more wait and see, like cornerback and safety. Those are 2 to me wait and see positions. We've got to wait and see what happens. Zay Boogie, what's going on, my man? How are you? He goes, Philly, it's been a minute. Yeah, man. He goes, my dad's birthday was not too long ago, and he's getting old, man. Decided to take him to Philly game against Dallas. Front row seats hard to see loved ones get old. It's very hard to see loved one gets old. I know. I hear you. Yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. I hope you enjoy. I hope he enjoys it. I hope you enjoy it. That's a good thing, man. And it's nice to see you again, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And enjoy that week 1, and let me know how it goes with your dad when you take him. Twits, what's going on? Asante Samuel. Oh, Asante Samuel Jr. is a good name. A lot of teams are waiting to see what his neck is like. I would imagine he's going to sign at some point during camp. I would imagine. But I like that name. That could be a potential. I think he would do good with our system. But we'll see. No updates. They're really slow updates today. I'm waiting to see what it's going to look like when they start doing drills. All right, here we go. All right, so Dory Jackson. All right, here we go again. Jeez. Dory Jackson starting with the defense for the second practice in a row. Sidney Brown, the starting safety with Cooper at nickel. So you got Sidney Brown is starting today over Mukumba. That looks like a rotational type thing. And then you got Adoree Jackson getting his second day at starting outside corner. I don't know, man, what that means for Ringo. It's too early to tell, but you definitely got to take note of that. Ringo not starting. To me, if they should have just brought back Slay for one more year and just been done with it. Why not Ringo? I don't know. I don't know if it's just hey, we want to see this guy for a few days, then we want to see this guy for a few days, or did they look at him after the first practice and go, dude's not good enough? I don't know. We got to see. What you want to see is if Dory Jackson keeps stacking the days, day after day after day after day, then Ringo's got a problem. Clark, what's good, my man? What's going on with you? It's interesting. It's really, really interesting. I would like to see the linebackers. All right, we got some more. All right, so Nolan Smith with the pressure on Jalen Hurts. Nolan Smith with the pressure on Jalen Hurts, who steps up in the pocket and hits Goddard for a first down. Jalen Hurts looks like he's in midseason form, by the way. He's looked great so far. Mr. International, what's happening? Go fly me. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. We're going to be here hopefully every training camp practice, which usually goes up until what? The first preseason game, then they break camp. There's been no mention of Rick. Sounds like Fangio doesn't think he's capable of being. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Rick's at all. But I'm a little worried about this Adoree Jackson thing. I am. I mean, we don't know till the end. We can only speculate. We got to also wait and see what they do, in camp. So, man, Jalen's looked good, man. Jalen looks good. I'm ready, dude. I'm ready too. Facts, Rodgers' contract was, Rodgers signed a 2-year, $8 million contract. The Eagles could have signed him for 4. I don't think they liked him, though. Like, I mean, I got that sense during the year last year that they didn't really like him. Like they didn't really think he was the guy or the answer at that cornerback position. OBX, shout out to OBX. Well, I'm not. I shouldn't say worried. Maybe worried is a bad use, Mouse. Why would you be worried? Third day practice. Yeah, worried is not a. It's not the best word to use. I shouldn't use that word. How about I got my eyes are perked up. My ears are perked up a little bit that Adoree Jackson's on his second starting day after Ringo starting the first day. How about that? Nicholas, what's going on with 500? Have you heard anything about the undrafted rookies are doing? Nah, I haven't heard much of anything with that. Like this point in training camp where you have they're practicing. It's almost like glorified OTAs, right? You're not hitting. You don't have pads on, and it's really hard to get a sense. What we need is the pads to come on. We need preseason games, and then we'll start to see things. It's very, very important preseason for Tanner McKee. His stock rises with a good performance. Well, we've heard good things about him so far too. We've heard some good things with him. All right, let's go. So Ellie True Park said, and we read this earlier, kind of. Hurts with a nice pass to Goddard over the middle with pressure in his face. Hurts signaled first down after. Hurts is now 10 of 10 targeting Goddard in camp. He keeps track of all those stats. I don't care about those. I don't care about those kind of stats. All right, Dave Zangaro. Well, here we got a couple things. Quinyon breaks up a deep ball for Devontae. Good coverage. Quinyon Mitchell making his presence felt. That's good. Then you got Jihaad Campbell. Just got a few first-team reps late in the period. So Jihaad Campbell, here's another one. From everything we're hearing the first few days of Jihaad Campbell is that he's an elite athlete. He's explosive. He uses his hands well. He's very, very talented. And it sounds like him not missing a camp, like Trotter Jr. may not get that starting job come opening week 1, which I thought he would have that starting job, at least for the first month. May not happen. So that's good news, right? That's actually good news. And for those that missed earlier when it came out, they came out. It was Military Appreciation Day, so shout out to all the military, all the veterans here. Thank you so much for everything you do. Eagles are in their little military uniforms, which I like, and they're practicing today with that. So that's pretty cool. McKee and Marshall have gonna have a blast. They are. So for Trotter Jr. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, look, I haven't heard bad things about Trotter Jr. either. I'm just hearing really good things about Jihaad Campbell. Like, oh, like this guy is an absolute stud. All right, like I mean, he's bigger than you look at this. He's bigger than he looks. He's fast, explosive, uses his hands really well. I think he could win that job really quick. But he'll have to work it. We'll see, like how ready he can go. Like, can he play when they hit? Can he take part in drills when they're hitting? Can he take part in other things? Can he play in a preseason game? That we don't know. Justin Ryan, man, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Ravens versus Eagles Super Bowls. Ravens good. If the Ravens would smarten up, like the Ravens to me and the Eagles are both built in that I don't think teams can stop you if you run the ball. But the Ravens get away from it. Like they get away, especially in the playoffs. Like you've got to lean heavy on Derrick Henry. If they do that, if they play more like the Eagles and run the ball more, you might be right. Do you think Marshall Jr. will beat Dotson? No, I don't think he'll beat Dotson, but I think he has a chance to be the fourth wide receiver. I haven't heard much of Ty Robinson, other than the OTAs where everybody's like he's a beast. I think, like I said, I think defensive line. I think it's really hard to gauge your defensive line. Like you're not here. We hear like, okay, Nolan Smith got a pressure and hurt. Hunt got a pressure, but I mean they're not hitting or anything like that. So to me, defensive line is one of those things you got to wait till the pads come on. To really know. I mean, I want to see what Jordan Davis does. Jordan Davis is 330 right now. He's 26 pounds lighter than last year. Can he rush the passer better? Now they're saying Nolan Smith said he's getting as many snaps as him. Jordan Davis is getting a lot more snaps. If Jihaad hits the field day one and Trotter are kind of F, and I stand on that hill. No, I agree. I mean, I think if he plays week one, it's going to be hard for Trotter to start. Tuped, you can't tell about D-line. It's true. Lamar's overrated. If anything, Bills versus us in Super Bowl, even Bengals. Yeah, well, I mean, look, Lamar's got the same problem that Dak Prescott gets. Mark doesn't mind mentioning, him not winning the playoffs. Cowboys suck. They do. They do. Campbell could play outside linebacker and rush. Well, that's the question. Where are they going to put Campbell? Is Campbell going to be out off the ball linebacker, or is he going to be rushing the pass? I think he's going to do both. So I think he's going to do a mix of things. All right, here we go. Some more updates. These updates are coming in slow. All right, so you got Hurts tries to hit A.J. Brown downfield about a 50-yardish, but the ball is underthrown, and Ringo had good coverage. How about that, Ringo? We got a good play by Ringo on an underthrown ball, though. Underthrown, but Ringo nonetheless. Nick, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, what do you do if Ringo isn't the guy? I think you either got to go back out and see if you can make a trade for a corner or sign like Asante Samuel Jr., or you ride with the Dory Jackson. If you think a Dory Jackson can be competent at that position, you play him. But you're going to have to get another corner at some point. However, who do you think will catch Vic's eye during preseason game? I think you're going to see. I think that's where you're going to see guys like Ty Robinson, catch his eye. I think guys like Jihaad Campbell will catch his eye. Things like that. I think. I think they will use Campbell like Bond. They are both versatile enough to play off the ball and pass rush. Makes it harder for teams to know what each one would do. Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly how they're going to use them. Except for I think they may rush him a little more than Bond rushes. I don't know what Bond's rush rate was, but we drafted McWilliams for a reason. 500. McWilliams, look, they've said good things in the spring about him, so we'll see. But I think McWilliams, I think they look at him as eventually, being that slot corner, because I think the way they will use DeJean is they're going to use him all over the place like a Swiss Army knife. And so McWilliams, can he play in the slot? Vic is creating a very difficult defense to read with all these versatile. Oh, absolutely. And this is the best. I mean, this is the best. To me, this is the best linebacking group you've had in a long time. I can't remember being so deep at linebacker, where I think you have got three guys that could potentially start. It'll be interesting when Dean comes back too. There you go. We got a trotter. We got a trotter. Trotter site. Trotter with a nice pass breakup on a hurt throw to Calcaterra. See, I think Trotter's a legit starter. I think Trotter could legit start. The question is, can he overstart a guy like Jihaad Campbell, all pro like Nakobe Dean? That's the question. I think he can start. Asante, everybody said they're worried about his neck and what he's asking for. So maybe if he comes down in price, I think Asante Samuel would fit in good, because he's more of a zone corner. Nicholas says, hey, 500. I think Quinion Mitchell, Cooper Jean, Kelly Ringo, Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Andrew Makubo have potential to be better than 2004 Eagles secondary. I mean, look, I there's three guys I like there. That two guys I think are all pros. One guy I think is borderline all pro in Blankenship. And then Sidney Brown, Makuba, that's the question. What are they guys? And Ringo, what are they? Doobie, thank you for the super chat. 500. Would you come to my bachelor party? You're back. I don't know. How much trouble are you looking to get in? Where are you? Where's it at? When? And how much trouble? Maybe. You never know. I think the G will get more than 4 picks this year, especially if they take some snaps at safety. He's really good diagnosing where the ball is going. Easier to pick safety for absolutely. Well, he's very smart. I mean, I don't think Vic would trust him. He must have a really good idea of what's going on, because I don't think Vic would trust him anyways. I like that Trotter made a play. This is goofy ass Cowboys again. Trying to figure out what this is. This stupid ass Cowboys. What the hell are they doing? Yeah, they're good. They're real scary. All right. Real scary. Real scary, Mark. There's my man Jordan Davis. Look at the shape he's in. 500 watch Superman. Oh, it stunk. Stunk, Davey. It stunk. It may be one of the worst comic book hero movies I ever watched. It's horrible. Dean might be trade bait. Maybe. A Trotter could be trade bait too. They're practicing their ride to Cancun, right? Samuel Jr. would be a good fit if Ringo doesn't work out. I'm not high on Jackson. I get it. I think Adoree Jackson's all right. I think he's all right. Midnight Greens, they should bring colors of green, psychedelic greens. I like the Kelly green. What is? I don't even know what is psychedelic green. What color would that be? Let's see here. All right, so the Eagles are playing extremely loud crowd noises during practice. Sounds like they're in a dome. There you go. Practicing crowd noises today. I wish we kept Slay at this point. No, I get it. Really want to see Trotter Jr. keep up the legacy. Me too. If you're going to watch Happy Gilmore 2, it was actually, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I might watch it tonight. Yeah, I might watch it tonight, but I'm definitely going to watch it. It's hotter than hell in this house, man. Everybody gets up early and they like to turn the air up when I'm home, it's got to go down. The only thing that would make that Dak video funnier is the song from Bonanza. We should put it on there. We'll get in trouble, though. Fantastic Four was good 500, was it? I've never been a Fantastic Four fan, but I'll watch the movie. But I never could get into it growing up. It was one of those comics I just couldn't get into. All right, let's see what's going. All right, so let's see. Zach Berman said this. Let's look at what he's saying. So 3 practices into camp. Jihaad Campbell is mixing with the first team defense. This is looking like it's on track for a Bond-Campbell combo in September 4th versus Dallas. Wow. See what I'm saying, man? Like Campbell's getting a lot of playing time early on in camp. That's what I'm saying. Mukumba, too. Mukumba's getting a lot of playing time. But, man, Jihaad Campbell, they're already trying to put him at whatchamacallit. That's good. That's good news. Oh, thank you. Yes, coffee. I had to get my coffee. Pinky up when you drink. Always. What's up, King George? How are you? We got 615 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate it. Ace, I feel bad for Dean. Well, Dean's not going to be ready, I don't think, anytime soon, you know. Campbell is a dog. He is. He is. That's what I'm hearing, man. I'm hearing that he's just like, he just flashes. Like Baynard says, between Q and Coop, they got enough pieces to figure it out. Absolutely. No, I mean, they'll figure it out. There's no question. I think Makuba beats out Brown. I don't trust Brown coverage. He's a little too reckless out there and really just hits guys. I agree. And Makuba's a hitter himself, but he's way better in coverage. We need a pinky up to you. All right. If Makuba shows habits of discipline, he wins the spot hands down. Agreed. Jihaad Campbell on pace to start. That's a hell of a tweet right there. Here you go. Let's see here. Jalen Hurts throws one into the Chip Kelly Memorial Fly Swatter, taking the spots of D lineman in on 7-7 drills. Okay. 500. This is my first stream since the draft. How's your summer going? Summer's going good, man. Can't complain. Went away for a few weeks. Back, ready for football to begin. How about you? Hurts has a pass batted down on 7-on-7s. Very rare to see. That happens. I wonder who batted it down, though. That's what I want to know. Who batted it down? So to me, the story of camp really is. To me, the story of camp right now is Jihaad Campbell is he's on pace to start, man. That's what it sounds like. Now, I haven't heard anything about Jake Elliott. I really hope we develop Campbell as an edge rusher. It seems like less like, but Clint Hurt with the athleticism, he could be dangerous. I think they'll use him there at times. But, I mean, listen, I think you've got legitimate pass rusher Nolan Smith Jr. and Jalix Hunt. I mean, I think Jalen Hunt is going to have a big year. You know, I'm wondering, is Ringo looking any better from day 1 to day 3? I'm not panicking about it, but I'm curious as how many reps it will take him to be solid. Well, here's the thing with Ringo. Ringo was working with the first team on day 1 of practice. Didn't have the greatest practice. Day 2, Adoree Jackson worked with the starting team. Then they had a walkthrough yesterday, so we don't know. But today, Adoree Jackson is starting again with the first team. It's something that we can't panic about, but we got to watch. Does Adoree Jackson start the next practice too? They're going to have a day off tomorrow. And if he comes back on Monday and he's practicing with the first team, I think it's a problem. Makuba's a problem. He's a disruptor. I agree. Get Philly to 150, maybe at some point. Yeah. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Absolutely. We will be streaming all Eagles stuff this year. 500, pick one legendary quarterback who you would love to be an Eagle. Mine is Peyton Manning. Love to have been an Eagle. Man, I'm going to go, I'll go somebody different. How about John Elway or Warren Moon? This Adoree Jackson thing is the same thing that happened with White last year. Well, here's the thing with White. White literally started every practice, the whole training camp. Every day the starters were White and Bond. White and Bond. And really, people were frustrated with Nakobe Dean. Like, where's Nakobe Dean? Then they had the open practice. He didn't have a good practice. And all of a sudden, week 1 comes, Nakobe Dean starting. So I don't know what happened. Montana's a real goat. He is a real goat. We loved Adrian. Well, he said quarterback. If I had to go running back, I would go. I'd go Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is my favorite non-Eagle player ever. No updates right now. Kind of going quiet. But Adoree Jackson doesn't have the baggage White did. No, Adoree Jackson, I look at Adoree Jackson, he's a little older. I think he's competent. Like, I think he can hold down the position. He won't be great. They will pick on him, but I think he can hold down the position. We want Ringo to make it. BMO, what's going on? He goes, the point is we need to not sell panic to people because we won't know till we know. You don't know till you know. You can only kind of look at the trends in terms of practice, you know, but the Dean thing last year is a perfect example of having no idea. Now, I will say, like, when you see the rookies getting first team reps early on, that usually means they're closer to starting than you think. Quinyon Mitchell, if you remember, it took him like 2 weeks before he started working in with the first team. So, you know, we'll see. If Randall Cunningham had a better offensive line, he would have had a Super Bowl, without question. I think if Randall doesn't get hurt that 1 year, was it 91? I think they win the whole thing. Well, not 91, it was 90, I think, right? With a Bryce Pop injury. I forget what year that was. Barry Sanders, but he's the best running back I've ever seen. Army 63B member for 58 months. Thank you so much. Yo, what up? We back. About damn time. Agreed. Yeah, we are. 91. Yeah. 91 was the year I think he missed. That was the House of Pain game. That was the year you had their defense was ridiculous. I think Cunningham plays that year. I think they win the Super Bowl. The one thing Randall proved when he went to Minnesota was that he's not a choker. He took Minnesota down in the NFC Championship game, and he set up Anderson to kick that field goal. He hadn't missed all year. All they have to do is kick that field goal, and they're going to the Super Bowl, and the guy misses it. Eagles 2-peat coming, yes. Yeah, McMahon got hurt. They had to go with, like, what, Jeff Kemp? Something like that. It was ridiculous. What you miss, I say what you missed so far today are two things. Adoree Jackson starting at corner, and Jihaad Campbell is working in with the first team. And everything we're hearing about Campbell is, well, Kotite screwed him up for a while, but he came back and he went to Minnesota. I mean, he won 15 games. So where would you rank Saquon 24 season? The best I've seen from a running back. I'm sorry. The best season of a running back. I think you could. I think all around pure season, I think Saquon Barkley's season last year was the best season of a running back I've ever seen. In terms of he got yards in the playoffs, he won a Super Bowl. Okay, so if you put all that together, yeah. But the best pure running back I've ever seen, Barry Sanders. What Barry did year after year after year with nobody, with no offensive line, was ridiculous. It's just a different level. There you go. Ojomo making his presence felt. Now here's a guy that we got to watch. Moro Ojomo. Ellie Trip Parks. Ojomo with a, quote, sack of Hurts 11-11. Now remember, the sacks are, if they get close to the quarterback, they give them a sack. It's not the same thing. They don't have pads on. They're not hitting. The quarterback's not moving. So we got to keep that in mind. But Ojomo is making his presence felt. That's a good thing. Eric Dickerson is the most, to me, he's the most underrated running back of all time. No pad sacks don't count. It's hard to gauge sack. You just basically gauging the guy got through the line. But Ojomo, I think, is going to have a big year. I actually think Moro Ojomo is way better than a lot of people think. They look at Milton Williams and say, okay, we lost Milton Williams. But I think people are underestimating how good Ojomo is. I think Ojomo is in the same projection as Milton Williams. And I think he's going to have a similar year. I do. Philly, can you please post Super Bowl? I need to rewatch it. I only watch the Eagles game. Yeah, I will. I'll try to get it done in the next few days. I gotta do a bunch of stuff for TikTok today because they accepted me in some program thing like a month ago. I didn't even realize it. So I gotta do a bunch of work for them today. But yeah, I will try to get it done. Ojomo 7 sacks. I could see it. I could see 7 sacks. Ojomo's more legit. If you look at his rush rate percentage at the end of the year, like the last half of the year, it was like one of the highest rush rates. I'm telling you, the guy's a player. The guy is a player. Everybody's talking about who's that defensive lineman they let go out of. Who's that defensive lineman that the Raiders will just let go of? I don't think the Eagles need a defensive tackle. They don't need a tackle. Moro Ojomo beat Dickerson to get to Jalen. It would have to be, most likely, yeah. Ojomo with 7 sacks? Yes. Barry's a good. I love Dickerson running style. Agreed. Barry did it, year after year after year. Saquon, from a just a pure 1 year best year of a running back, I think you have to give it to Barkley because of what he did during the regular season, what he did in the playoffs, and then he won a Super Bowl. He finished it. Okay, that's the best. That's the best year for a running back. 1 year, no doubt. It's hilarious that we get Ojomo in the 7th round. Dallas took Mozzie in the 1st. Ojomo is better and a cheap deal. I know. It's crazy, right? And they're making a big deal now that Mozzie's losing weight. I'm like, go ahead. Because Dallas, one of their weaknesses is that interior defensive line cannot stop the run. They cannot stop the run. This is the problem I see in the NFL today. For years and years, the NFL has been building defenses to get to the quarterback and to be able to cover the pass. And they've worried about defensive backs. They've worried about being smaller. They've worried about being faster. Now you get an Eagles team who says, all right, we're going to pound the ball. We're going to run behind our offensive line, which is one of the best I've seen since the 90s. And nobody is built defensively to beat that. Nobody is built defensively to stop the Eagles. That's going to be the problem that the league is going to have. If Jordan Davis has 8+ sacks, we'll probably lose him. I need him to have about 5.5. 500. It seems a bit too soon, but would you prioritize a great successor for Goddard or Lane? I would always prioritize a lineman, a tackle, before I would prioritize a tight end. But I think you kind of just got to go what is there. I think Goddard's going to go before Lane's going to go. Jordan Davis will have 5 sacks. Yeah, I think 5 sacks is good. Ojomo 7 sacks. Davis 9 sacks. Jeez. Davis 9 sacks. He's gone. I mean, he's going to sign for $20-something million. Let's see here. We got an update here. So Hurts 2 straight tight window touchdown passes to Devontae in front, part of end zone and red zone drills. So they're doing red zone drills right now. Hurts 2 straight tight window passes to Devontae Smith, who's a stud. We all know. Uh-oh. Jordan Davis, baby. We got more Jordan Davis news here. Jordan Davis with a nice pass rush snap might have had sacked Hurts in a game. Jordan Davis is going to go off. I'm telling you, Davis is going off this year. Jordan Davis, I can't wait. I just don't know how we're going to keep both those guys, man. Damn. Jordan Davis, NFC Championship game, big sack. Super Bowl, big sack. Jordan Davis is in shape. He's fit. He's conditioned. And he's making a presence, man. Jordan Davis is going to have a big year, which is scary to me. Like I said, because if Jordan Davis has a huge year and he gets $20-something million on the open market, what are we going to do? Jordan Davis at 500 getting hyped, man. I'm hyped, man. Jordan Davis got me hyped. Davis is going to have a breakout year at this. This is why Dean's going 500. Yeah, you might be right. I think Davis is going to have a great year. Davis will have one-on-one opportunities. I know. Well, that's the thing. If Davis improves his pass rush and his conditioning where he can play more snaps, how do you double team Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter? You can't do both. It's very hard. And teams are going to have to worry about both those guys. And that's going to free guys like Jalen Hunt, Nolan Smith. And those guys are going to have a monster year. Yo, 500, after y'all got Facilio show, he said the Eagle fans are scared of the word repeat. Got anything to say that? I'm not scared of the word. I'm not scared of the word. I don't think the Eagle players are scared of the word. It's just that when you start a new season, you have to get this idea that you're the champions, that you're entitled to anything. You've got to go out and be hungry. That's all the Eagles are trying to do. Davis playing like a 3rd-round pick. I don't know, man. Sounds like he's paying like the 3rd pick overall. More like it. How's it going today, Philly? And the NFC teams, the only division that can stop the run is the Eagles. The rest are going to struggle really bad. That's the thing. If you can't stop the run, you can't beat the Eagles. If you can't run the ball, you can't beat the Eagles. Vic doesn't like using nose tackles. It seems Davis is adapted to succeed instead of giving us props. Davis is doing what he has to do, man. See, if you listen to Davis talk, right? Davis got into his whole conditioning thing at the end of the last year. He started getting conditioned in better shape at the end of last year. They started giving him more snaps because of his conditioning in the playoffs. Davis all of a sudden starts getting sacks. I mean, a sack in the Super Bowl, a sack in the NFC Championship game. I mean, that's pretty high-level pressured situations to be producing. Now Davis got a whole all season of conditioning. I think Davis is going to go off this year. What's going on, everyone? Just got back from taking my fiance to work. What have I missed? Jordan Davis making his presence felt. Ojomo making his presence felt. Eagles working on some red zone. That's about it. Jihaad Campbell getting first team snaps. Davis. Q is coming. Q made a great pass breakup earlier in practice today. Ty and Moore will eat together. Oh, I agree. I think that whole rotation is going to be awesome. Dak is a good regular season quarterback. He's coming to play. CD's great. Cowboys want to win, so they're going to play great too. Not worried about them. I'm not worried. Cowboys are a regular season, early in the season type team that fades as the year goes by. The only news I can give you today on Ringo and Adoree is that Adoree was starting with the first team again. So this is 2 practices where we've seen him getting first team reps. Ringo did make a nice play on an underthrown ball where he supposedly had good coverage. But it looks like, it looks like there's a battle going on. We're going to have to watch it. It's too early to make any determinations yet. Clark, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. He goes, hot take. I know Campbell for edge linebacker. Does that unfortunately put Dean on the block due to his availability issues? Maybe. It really depends how they use Campbell. Are they going to find a way to get Campbell and Dean on the field at the same time? I don't know. You think with Dean, Trotter, and Jihaad Campbell, it's going to be hard to keep all 3 of those guys. It is. And I think Dean's contract is coming up. Nick, thank you for super chat. He goes, shout out to my dad, Vito Marchetti, huge Bird fan. Shout out to Vito. Hey, Paisan, shout out to you. As a loot. And thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday, or shout out to your dad, Vito. Vito Marchetti. It's not his birthday, but he's a Birds fan. Thank you, my man. 500, keep your eyes on Smile Mundan. He's a good pick. That's what I hear. I hear good things about him, too. Now, he's been working in with second team. But that's been pretty much about it. No updates. I got nothing. Let me see if I can. I can't wait till they get the pads on, man. All right. So Terrence Marshall. Okay, here's something. Brandon Lee Gouton is writing something interesting. Terrence Marshall getting some first team wide receiver reps. How about that? Marshall's been going up the draft the depth charts. I'm sure they want to see him on the outside because you're going to have backups. I think Marshall becomes the 5th wide receiver or the 4th wide receiver. He's going to make this team. My own perspective of a member for 11 months. Thank you so much. May I ask when the episode of You and Joey is? A shakedown? I have to talk to him today. I'm hoping to pull it off tomorrow because we got practice today. I got to do a video today. I got about 3-4 videos on TikTok I got to do. So tomorrow the Eagles are off all day. So I think I'm going to see if he wants to do it tomorrow. Campbell will be cheap the next few years. Absolutely. Johnny Blaze of Madden. What's going on, man? Are you ready for the new Madden or is it going to suck or what? Mark Holmes seen the Eagles practice per sources. Mark Holmes. Jeez. That guy. Ojomo continues to generate pressure on a regular basis. We heard about all that stuff. I don't know where my other clips are. Josh Allen is the only quarterback that hasn't beaten the Eagles. He's 0-2, and that's crazy. Yeah, but most of them don't beat Hurts. I mean, Mahomes doesn't have a winning record against Hurts. Allen doesn't have a winning record against him. Lamar lost to him. Jalen Hurts beats he beats all the best quarterbacks. It's crazy. None of this matters if Jake's toe isn't gold. I have heard nothing about the kicker. You know, what we did hear about the kicker was Elliott was hurt last year. And that is why the Eagles were kind of patient with him, because he was hurt. Look at Jihaad Campbell. My God, dude. He's going to be a monster. Okay, here's another post. There's another post about it. It's Elliott Shore Parks. Jihaad Campbell with some first team reps today. To me, that seems like the biggest story coming out of day 3 is that Campbell continues to get first team reps. Berman said that he thinks he's on track to start September 4th. Hurts defeated Burrow. He beat Burrow. He beat Lamar. He's beaten Patrick Mahomes the last 2 times they've played. He beat Josh Allen. I mean, dude wins. Ben Van Sumer's sneaky players here, we please. He's got I can tell you one thing about Ben Van Sumer in camp so far. He has had carries at fullback. Yeah, we have the same punter. Yeah, Campbell's going to be a starter without doubt. It looks like it, man. And listen, that's not a slight on Trotter, because Trotter's making plays in camp. He made a nice play today. Trotter, I think, is a solid starter. But what I'm hearing about Jihaad Campbell is he's flashing star material. Like he's explosive, he's fast, he uses his hands well, and it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. That's what he does. He looks huge. He looks way bigger than I thought. You know, let me go back to the Jihaad Campbell stuff. I don't think we have blazing game. I'm not sure. Is anyone keeping the guys like Thomas Booker and other unmentioned depth pieces? Remember the depth pieces have big? No, not so far. I think it's hard. Like I said earlier, I think it's hard. Look at Jihaad Campbell, man. He's huge. He's big, dude. But I think it's hard to judge the defensive line. Like, it really is. Like, even me going off on Jordan Davis, I'm probably overreacting, to be honest, because there's no pads on. We got to wait till they're hitting for really see the depth at defensive line. But I know that they liked him last year. They liked what they saw from last year, so I think he's got a role in this team. So you think this? Yeah, I do think Zach Ball is going to get the same potential. I do. Yeah. And if you guys don't have it, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Trotter's a backup, especially. But see, I think Trotter is good enough to start. Like, I think Trotter is a legitimate linebacker who could start in this league. But, I mean, with Dean last year and then what we're seeing from Jihaad Campbell, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. That's what we're hearing, that it's going to be very hard to keep him off the field. Let's see here. Looking for updates. Oh, it's okay, Jay Capelot. I'll have a video later recapping the day. Philly, we have $30 million in cap space. Yeah, we have draft picks. We have money. Look, we need to make a move. We can make a move, but Howie's not going to do anything too soon. Like, you've got to wait. The earliest I think they would do a trade is probably like week 2 of the preseason, 2 or 3. Something like that. They're gonna give these guys a chance. They're gonna see what they have. They're not gonna rush. Trotter is too slow on the small. I don't think Trotter's too slow. I think Trotter. If you look at Trotter, the one thing about Trotter, he's very, very smart and he's very instinctual. A lot of times, if you look at the tape last year, there's plays where he's jumping the play. He knows what's coming. He just misses the tackle in the backfield. Things like that. He's got to get a little stronger, a little bigger, and become a better tackler. But I think Trotter could start. I think Trotter could be a starter in this league. But, Jihaad Campbell's a star. Hey, 500, would you rather have Hurts have a career year in passing or Barkley go back-to-back 2,000 seasons and break Dicker? Love you. I honestly, I would like to see Barkley get 2,000. Nobody's ever done it. If Barkley gets 2,000 yards again, dude, going to Hall of Fame. So I would choose that. I think it's kind of like ridiculous that these people keep hating on Hurts because he don't put up the numbers, but he keeps winning. So let that continue. Ringo Ultimate Bench Warmer? We'll see. Nolan, Carter, Davis, Ojomo, or Hurts is going to do damage. All under 25. That's crazy. It is crazy. Mark, did you see him he did a whole video yesterday complaining that Dak doesn't have an offensive line. Then he did a whole video telling the rest of the league's in trouble after Dak press conference. But he has no answer. He has no answer for this. What the hell is that, Dak? What the hell is that? You're riding a horse? What are you, a Bronco? What the hell is wrong with this team? What a bunch of morons. Dallas stinks. They stink. They stink. No doubt about it. No updates for like the last 13 minutes. Come on. I guess Hurts had another pass batted down. So we could update that. So Hurts with the pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like it was Jordan Davis. So Jordan Davis making plays, man. Jordan Davis going to go off this year. Jordan Davis going off. What do you think about Wilkins? I don't think the Eagles need him. I don't think the Eagles need him at all, 500, what's up, Leon Banks? What's happening? So basically what's going on today, Jihaad Campbell getting first-team reps. Jordan Davis making plays. Ojomo making plays. Best they can for a line, with no pads. Ringo was not starting today. Adoree Jackson got the start at corner again. And that's pretty much it. Quinyon Mitchell made a nice play. Trotter had a nice pass breakup. Trotter's played position his entire life. Campbell has only played for a year. If Trotter can't beat him out, that's sad. Well, listen. I mean, everything we're hearing about this kid, though, I mean, he looks good, man. Like he's flashing early. I think it's less of an indictment on Trotter and more of that this kid's actually just really good. But I mean, we'll see, Eagles are probably the best defensive tackle depth in the NFL. Don't need Wilkins. They don't need Wilkins. No. Dang, Ringo's not started. Not today. No, look, we don't know. It could just be the way it's going. But we'll have to see. We'll see Monday or Tuesday. Let's get a couple practice. Let's get like 3-4 days in a row of Adoree starting. Then we can talk about it. It's still early. Typing pound no excuse for Dak gets Mark to cuss you out in a live stream. I know. He's such a baby about it. Damon, remember for 14 months, he goes, Jalen, Zach Campbell are all secret weapons, and they are all the same type of player. But Hunt will be the best out of 3, and Ty will be top. Wow. I like Jalen Hunt, too, a lot. I think Jalen Hunt is a player. Can I get a wrench? You don't have a wrench? Don't time anybody out, though. Brown and Ringo have gone at it all camp. It's only going to make him better. Again, just had excellent coverage, but AJ makes a play. AJ, wide receiver, he is. I don't think people were upset about it. I think people got a little worried about when Terrence Marshall made a play on him, is what people got worried about. What up, Ray? How you doing? It's too early. It's too early. Look, we could see. like if Adoree Jackson's like, okay, if he's starting like the next 7 practices in a row, then I think it's a good, it's a good bet that he's probably the number 1 corner. But we got to see. They could just be, they could have had Adoree Jackson first day, then they could have had, Ringo the first day, Adoree Jackson second day, then the third day, remember, was a walkthrough that could have been Ringo over there and now Adoree Jackson, and they're just rotating. We don't know. But we got to wait a little bit. It's early. We can't back off Ringo. Give the kids some time. Third practice, Vic has switching every other play. I agree. I can't get banned on Mark's channel because I'm never in it. That's good. 500, that's not good for Ringo. All Fangio was saying in the press conference that he needed reps. Yeah, he does need reps. Makuba could start at safety. Well, the two things I'll say about the 2 rookies, Campbell and Makumba, are already getting a lot of first-team reps. That tells me that they're closer to starting than people realize. I personally believe A.J. Brown is the number 1 wide receiver in the whole league. I don't disagree. Like pure receiver, physical yards after the catch, I'm with you. All jokes aside, Mark's page is full of the most salty people on earth. They use the block button like Thanos snapping his fingers. If you want to be able to speak your mind, go to Game Time Brian channel. Yeah, Game Time's good. They tried to block me on Mark's channel, but they couldn't because I had a wrench. When in base, Coop moves out of the slot. Who fills 500? McWilliams. Well, in base, if they don't need a slot receiver on the field, then you'll have him at safety. So, but if you need somebody, McWilliams is the second slot corner right now. So they've also had Cooper DeJean at safety when they're in base, and in OTAs they had him on outside corner. I think it's really going to depend on matchup and who he's going up against. I don't want to overreact, but if Marshall is this good, Saquon won't be getting 2K again because the passing attack is going to open up, and Jahan Dotson may lose his spot to Marshall. We'll see. We'll see. It's hard to know. Like I said, I think that when you get into the games, I think a lot of teams are going to want to stop Barkley, and I think they're going to stack the line. And teams have tried it. It just doesn't work. I don't think the league is built to stop the Eagles' running backs. That's why I don't understand Baltimore. Like, Baltimore should be running the ball more because I don't think anybody's built to stop them if they run the ball too. The league's just not that way. It's going to take a few years to adjust. So, yeah, we'll see. Bro, Dotson has a draw to pass in the Eagle. Dotson isn't. I like Dotson. I see Marshall. I see Marshall more as the 4th wide receiver. Could play outside if they need him to at times, All right, speaking of A.J. Brown, here we go. So, A.J. Brown, in year 7, I truly feel like I'm the best in the league. I want to put a stamp on it, so I'm definitely motivated, but also I have to put the team first. That's what I do, honestly. I could go into it deeper, but I think that's what I'm focused on, being the best. Dak Berman said, if you saw the catch A.J. Brown just made, you'd see his point with this sentiment. So A.J. Brown just must have made a hell of a catch. I look forward to seeing it. But they can't record it, so we won't see it till the Eagles put up. All right, here we go. Some updates. So Hurts with a super nice pass, nice throw down the right side to A.J. Brown, coverage by Keely Ringo. Good coverage by Keely. Good. Coverage by Keely was excellent, but the pass was perfect over A.J.'s shoulder. Nice catch by A.J. as well. I'm wondering if that's what he's talking about. McKee with a nice completion over the middle to Danny Gray. Gray did a good job of getting low for the catch. I don't know who the hell Gray is. Dorian Thompson-Robinson with a nice completion over the middle. Definitely his best day at camp so far. The tools are clearly there. He will benefit for a year with the Eagles. All right. So, so Ringo, nice coverage. Here we go. Here's some more on it. Brandon Lee Gallant wrote, Jalen Hurts with a dime to A.J. Brown down the right sideline. Keely Ringo had tight coverage but got beat by an even better throw and catch. How many times have we heard that so far? Really? We've heard this like a lot, okay? Jalen Hurts, perfect throw down the field, great coverage, perfect throw anyways. Jalen Hurts is having a really, really good start to camp. Really good. And that's good. That's a good thing. All right. There we go. Kaylee almost Ringo. Maybe. Troyer's not a bad player, just isn't great. Yeah, I mean, he's only his second year. He's got to develop. I don't think he's superstar, you know. I think he could be solid. Joseph says, I heard McWilliams doing well, too. If he could play in the slot, the defense will be ranked number one. Yeah, I've heard good things about him as well. Did Trotter's dad start right away? No. I think he started I want to say year 2. Now, I think Trotter's ceiling is good, serviceable starter, but not every team is filled with all pros. I think he's a solid starter. I think he could be what I think Trotter could be what Reed Blankenship is to the Eagles. Like solid starter, maybe just below all pro, maybe borderline. I think that's the ceiling. But Jihaad Campbell clearly is, I mean, he's flashing franchise type guy. Gunny Mac, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Let's effing go. Glad I'll be here in the States this year. Early prediction, we will break the sack record this year with blitzing the least of any team. 10 sacks, the entire starting defensive line. Wow, Dallas ain't shit. Thank you, Gunny Mac. I'm glad you're here too, man. Thank you for your service. I think it's Veterans Appreciation Day, man. So thank you so much for your service. And I'm glad you'll be stateside too. Philly, sorry, but you got to let it go. Trotter is not as good as what you're making him out to be. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. I don't know. We'll see. I feel like a lot of people are writing him off. I mean, he hasn't even played 2 years. He's making plays in camp. I don't think the fact that Jihaad Campbell is playing so well, I don't think that's an indictment on Trotter. So you're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go more than 2 years before I write a guy off. I can't write him off after 2 years. Not even 2 years. He's only starting his second year right now. I mean, why does it have to be that? Okay, if Campbell's good, Trotter's got to stink. That's what I don't understand. Jihaad Campbell's good, Trotter must stink. Why can't it be Trotter's good, but Jihaad Campbell's just better? He's just on another level. Why can't it be like that? That's what I want to know. Yeah, Eagles are still practicing. Hey, Philly, watch. We will lead the league in passing, and the buttheads will say we can't run. Yeah, probably. Philly Callie's mom, thank you so much for the super chat. That's so generous of you. Thank you so much. Good morning. I'm rooting for Dotson and really love Hunt. Wearing my Hurts jersey, my Hurts Super Bowl jersey at Disneyland today. Love hearing Go Birds SoCal. Yes, have fun at Disneyland. I hope you enjoy the day. Have a great time. Yeah, I like Dotson too. I think Dotson earned trust late in the season from Hurts. I think he's gonna have a good year. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love Trotter. I would love seeing him, but it's Eagle fans need to start adjusting to our expectations to actually be realistic. Not everyone's an all-pro potential. I didn't say he was all-pro potential. I said I think Trotter's starting potential. There's a difference between a starter and an all-pro. I think Trotter could start in this league. I stand by that. I think if someone is doing Trot just like New Orleans did Bond, they have no idea how good he can really be until he gets his chance. I agree. Don't listen to opinions. Most folks Said Dean was a bust. He's a freaking monster. A compliment bonus. Agreed. Yeah, agreed. We got to wait and see. The way I see it is Trotter played 1 year. Dean was playing on an all-pro level. What are you going to do? And now it looks like Jihaad Campbell looks like a freaking monster. What are you going to do? But as far as being a quality starter in this league, I don't think we can write Trotter off. Trotter's a dog. This needs reps. Agreed. You say you just think he's like Reed, just under Pro Bowl hot. Yeah. I think that's his ceiling. I think his ceiling, in my opinion, is solid quality starter, maybe borderline Pro Bowl or maybe just under it. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's about right. That's his ceiling. That ceiling doesn't come week 2. Or year 2, rather. I just don't see why we have to write a guy off because another guy's playing well. It just doesn't make sense to me. All right, so let me go here. All right, so the Eagles' practice ends on a beautiful throw and catch from Kyle McCord to Elijah Cooks. Overall, Moro Jomo had a big day from the D-line, which is good. But like I said, it's kind of hard to judge the D-line sometimes when they don't have pads on. Let's see. Kyle McCord, huh? Kyle McCord with super nice pass to Cooks down left sideline. Entire sideline goes wild after Cooks makes the contested catch. Interesting. That looks like that's a wrap for practice. And there we go. Football minds know that the eye test, my man. Dean was playing close to pro level, not caring what your numbers were. Yeah. I think Campbell will shine against Travis Kelce in the league. Tall, tight end, wide receiver in the middle of the field, who didn't do great against that last year. No, I think. Look, everything we're hearing about Jihaad Campbell is, stud. What are you going to do? Nothing major. He might have meant Pro Bowl. I love Blankenship, but neither of them are anywhere near all pro. Just under. If he meant Pro Bowl, that I can see it. I think. I think when you're talking about ceilings, we're talking about what he could be at his best. I think that's about right. I do. And I think that about Blankenship. I don't think Blankenship is a Pro Bowler. I do think Blankenship, though, is borderline because I do think he's better than people think. 500, under 80 degrees here in LA. I might actually be able to wear an Eagles jersey. They usually can't do that in July. Wow, that's not that hot. It hasn't really been that hot here. Like when I was out east in North Carolina, I was there when it was really, really hot. But like here where I live, it hasn't been we haven't been getting 100-degree days. One thing I think we can all agree on is we can appreciate the back and forth between the offense and defense. No one's dominating. Both sides are making stand play. Agreed. Look, the better everybody else is, the better for us, Get in Moro, expecting big things. Yeah, I agree. I think big things for Moro. Trotter has a much better player at linebacker in front of his compared with Blankenship had to overcome. Agreed. Reed should get paid. He's not going to break the bank either. No, I would extend Blankenship. To me, Blankenship impressed me last year. Drew, thank you for super chat. He goes, Dallas was top 5 in sacks. The Eagles were middle in the pack at sacks. It's total defense that matters, not sacks. Let's be smart. Philly, you rock. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it. Dallas was they were playing a lot of games where they were just stacking up stats. Where were you? I was in the Outer Banks, OBX. Phil, you ever come out wearing one of Cam's outfits? I would have to. Well, you don't have to worry about that. Ojoma is very good at being violent with his hands, and the line he gets by up to the line pretty quick. I think that's what Davis' problem early on. I think so too. I think Davis not being able to get enough snaps stunts his development now. He's getting way more. We never hear much about Eli Ricks, cornerback, played at LSU, Bama, has been here since 2023. Any news on what we're doing with him? He seems very underrated. No, it's been very quiet for Ricks. Haven't heard anything. And I don't think you're going to really hear anything about Ricks until probably he's going to have to make a case during the games, But I haven't heard anything about him. So it was a super hot. I was on BS last week, Philly. I'm on away. I'm only an hour away though. Oh man, I might need to live there. Being tops and sacks is sexy, but give me a total package. That's what we have. Oh, I agree. Agreed. I agree. I was close to you, bro. Living in North Carolina. Oh, okay. 500. The Buccaneers signed Demar Watson after the draft. Ever since he lost 25 pounds, he was 464, and he's been putting on football list because his weight. He's too heavy. Insane. That is too heavy. It's too heavy. I don't care, man. When you get that big, it's got to be hard to move. It just has to be. Oh, Virginia Beach. I was in Corolla, or they say Corolla, which is like really close to Virginia Beach, but you can't get there by road because there's no road, apparently. The drive, I drove over 6,000 miles there and back. It was crazy, man. Next time OBS hit Pirates Cove restaurant. Okay. Yeah, I know where that I think I know where that restaurant is. Bryce, what's up, man? I'll be there. I won't be there next year, but I'll be there in 2 years. I go every other year. It's been very hot and humid in the Midwest. Hasn't been too bad where I'm at. I can't wait till it gets cold though. I can't wait till it gets cold. But let me thank. Oh wait, Bitter Birds. Philly, what happened to your coach, Bitter Birds? Have you heard? No, I haven't heard anything. He doesn't even text me anymore, man. I don't know what happened, dude. I miss him though. I always fantasize that he would text me and be like, I want to come on and talk Eagles. I miss Adrian. I do. Yeah, 6,000 miles, man. I live right in Virginia, Carolina line. Oh, okay, yeah. 5-0. What up? Gonna rewatch I'm coaching. All right, my man. The biggest thing, I appreciate that, Antonio, man. Have fun coaching. The biggest thing I got from Super Bowl is a framed autograph picture of Carter and Milton sacking Mahomes. I put it in that one play where they look like they broke him in half. I love that. Joseph, I'm interested to see about tight end situation. They picked up a few guys, but I wonder if any of those guys will show up, make the Eagles include 2 tight end package. They have potential weapon. I don't know what to think of those tight ends, man. I'm just gonna be honest. I almost like the EJ Jenkins kid they had last year in camp. I thought he made some plays. He made plays day one at camp. But I don't know. I think that it's going to end up being Goddard and Calcaterra. Dak out there riding brooms, clean sweeping. You mean like this? Look at that. There he is. This is Dallas Cowboys training camp. This is what's going to bring them a championship, they think. Bunch of morons. Did you like Kevin? Yeah, it was all right. I thought it was, nothing surprised me, they said. I think he's going to be fine at offensive coordinator. I'm not worried about him. I'm going to talk a little bit about him in my video today. What's good, 500? Good news on defensive line. Yeah, the defensive line looks good. Yeah. You got a new subscriber. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And welcome to Dingbat Nation. The Green Sky, what up, 5? What's going on, man? How are you? Dallas is a mess. A mess. Corolla's nice. Kitty Hawk kills Devil. Nags are pretty much all one city. Very nice. All closer to the Harris. So far. Yeah, it is. It is. I love it all. I've been going there since the late 80s. We stopped going to the Jersey Shore and stuff was getting too crowded. I started going to the Outer Banks like in late 80s. K. Robinson, that's their franchise quarterback. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Joey about it, Nathan. I'm gonna see if he wants to do it tomorrow because the Eagles are off tomorrow. There's no practice, so it would be a good day. Because I got I got to do a video after this. I got to do a bunch of TikTok stuff. Clark says, get 500. There we go. Mike is as good as going Dallas. It don't look good, does it? Whale Beach. Is that near Corolla? Whalehead Beach, you mean? Rock the Artist, what's going on? Cowboys getting used to seeing the brooms to help prepare for being swept. Yes, exactly. I don't know what they're doing, man. I don't know. Absolutely. Oh, I appreciate that, guys. You know, when you say Jersey Shore, do you mean Seaside or Wildwood? It was Wildwood. Then my grandparents, they had a house up in Ventnor for a while, which Ventnor was, as a kid, it was just, I like the more crowded, but it started to get way too crowded back in the day. I'm sure it's even worse now. Phil, you have to see Fantastic Four. Yeah, I'll check it out. I grew up down here at OBX in a small ass town called Columbia. We should pick up Noah Fant. Okay. I never heard of Columbia. Not offhand. Yo, Phil, I'm going to Mildwood, Jersey on Tuesday. Have you been there before? If so, how did you like it? Yeah, I've been there. Been there a lot. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. So you need to move. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen next few years. Yeah, we went over practice. I'm gonna do a recap video. Let me thank you guys all for joining me, though. I am gonna end this stream now. I gotta go. I'm gonna go chill out for a little bit, and then I'm gonna do my videos and got a bunch of stuff to do. There is no practice tomorrow, so I won't be live in the morning, but I'll be live again on Monday. Used to go Ocean City, New Jersey every summer, 80s. Yeah, Ocean. Yeah, I've been there. But I just want to thank everybody for joining me. I'll have a recap video later, and then I'll probably have a video out tomorrow. I'll see if Joey wants to do Shakedown tomorrow, and then Monday we'll be back at it for live stream of practice. But anyways, let me get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you, love yous, and I will definitely talk to you later. With that said, peace.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God!
That's crazy.
It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.